So that's him. That's him with his bill, his Amber Alert bill. Well, we have to finish up where we left off yesterday.
Yeah, because that's still going on.
Right. We still got the war with
Israel and Hamas. I've been saying it wrong. I've been saying hummus like the
Hamas.
food. The food. Like Trump saying it that way, didn't he?
Don't even talk about that
Okay.
dumb bunny.
Okay.
He's so stupid. Every time I could get a chance to talk about him, I will.
Okay.
He says he looks better in a bathing suit than Joe Biden. Look at Joe Biden standing there. All three of them together make up Trump size. Three of those people in that picture. And he talking about he look better in a bathing suit. And he don't tan all his body.
No, he don't.
So it's just his face and his neck. And then everything else is probably like a ghost. Ugly man.
He's not even orange all over.
And his wife, Melania, she gets paid enough. She probably it's probably written in there how many times a year she had to sleep with him. And he probably wanted to add it on an extra number this year. 2024, you got to add an extra one. So instead of sleeping with me 3 times a year, you got to do 4 times a year. Yeah.
But you know what? His son-in-law and his daughter. His son-in-law is Jewish.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure he may have family over there that he's concerned with.
Well, here we go.
I thought about that too.
Joe Biden says, we stand with Israel. Biden says, as the U.S. condemns Hamas attack as evil. You got me saying it wrong.
I know.
President Biden called Hamas attack on Israel pure, unadulterated evil. As he vowed, we stand with Israel. I said this yesterday when we talked. I don't know whether you're Palestinian or pro-Palestinian or not. That what they did is not going to get people to be like, oh yeah, free to Palestine.
Yes,
it's the opposite.
You get it. You get what we've been going through.
You did exactly what those people who stormed the Capitol did on January 6th. Yeah. No one's sympathizing with you.
No matter
you look like a bunch of lunatics.
Yeah.
So even though you could be absolutely correct.
Exactly.
That Israel is wrong and that they need to give back the land and this and that and the other. No one is talking about that. Yeah. They're talking about innocent people being slaughtered in Israel. Yes, there are people who died in Gaza. No one's talking about it. You know why? Because of them. Because of Hamas.
Yeah,
Hamas.
Yeah.
And it's going to be wrong now because you said it wrong. So
and they're filming it. They're filming what they're doing and how they're abusing the people.
So and you got Americans. So forget it. It's gone downhill from there.
Hard violin playing American people are going like,
anybody who takes Americans or kills Americans, you can forget about America being on your side. I'm sorry. Well, it's not going to happen.
They've been protesting in the street.
Well, I agree. They should protest. They should. They have the right to protest.
That's true.
Again, I gave the equivalent. It's not the equivalent, but how black people feel if the slaves rose up against and revolted up against the slave master. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, some people would sympathize and go, I understand why you're doing it. But if it was filmed on television, with them showing them going in the house and slaughtering everybody in the house, nobody's going to be on the side of the slaves. They just won't be. Yeah. Even though they could be right. Yeah. People won't listen to it.
Yeah. To get your freedom, I had to hurt people.
Right. And then how are we going to tell Israel not to do what they doing? You went against a president who has nothing but time to totally annihilate. He's so sick of Gaza. He has no problem with going in and just clearing the whole place out.
Even if it means hurting innocent lives.
So you got other countries begging him not to do that. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
So we'll make sure this is what Biden says. We'll make sure Israel has what it needs to take care of itself. Biden said Tuesday from the White House. I just read to you one of the football team owners he just gave $750 million to Israel for the fight.
Lot.
Can you imagine how many people around the country that are not only Jewish, but Israel sympathizers who are probably giving money for them to annihilate them? Hamas,
they're aiding them to give them strength to give them the weaponry and whatever is needed. Yeah.
Now, Hamas militants attacked Israel on Saturday, killing more than 900 people, including at least 14 Americans. Israel has responded with a siege and heavy bombing of the Gaza Strip. Like every nation in the world, Israel has the right to respond. Is indeed has a duty to respond to its vicious attacks, Biden said. Yeah. Biden has expressed full support for Israel in the wake of what he and his officials have described in terrorist attacks. My other issue that I have is that this thing that keeps coming up, that Iran is behind it in some kind of way.
Is that not true?
It's not good if Iran is behind it. Yeah. Because that's going to cause America to go to war with Iran.
Yeah.
It's going to cause America to go to war with Iran.
If they put their 2 cents in, we're going to put our 5 cents in. So that's sad. Yeah.
That's why we said yesterday, pray. Because it can escalate and escalate and escalate until it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Bigger, and peace in the Middle East.
The president spent the long holiday weekend meeting with his national security team and working the phones with allies, including calls with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin. I can't never say his last name. Biden and Vice President Harris spoke to Benjamin ahead of president's remarks. And just for the record, Vice President, you need to have your butt down at the border. I don't think Biden needs you sit next to him on a phone call.
Because Biden made it clear that the wall has to be completed. Because the money is allocated.
She's getting on my nerves. She everywhere but the border.
I know.
She having the 50-year anniversary hip-hop parties. She's inviting people to come over and talk about stuff to the White House.
America that's concerned about that wall of that whole border will be more confident in our government if one of them was down there.
Hey, guess what? If Israel had their border correct, those guys wouldn't have been able to come through the way they did. Yeah. Somebody dropped the ball on that.
But didn't they bomb?
But somebody dropped the ball on it.
So how you gonna stop bombs from coming?
If you had military all there, they would have returned fire right away. It wouldn't have been 1,000 coming over there slaughtering everybody. And in the air with flying down, they would have shot them. Who was at the border? Who was standing there looking? Oh, what's that? Oh, they're coming in like kites.
Oh, nice lighting.
Oh, that's nice.
Is that for the party they were doing? Oh, it's for our Jewish.
And they talked to the Israeli generals. They can't stand that happened. And they said if it takes them forever, they're going to find out who dropped the ball on that.
Have y'all seen the movie The Creator?
Oh, gosh. We saw that
movie,
today.
The Creator, when you're looking up and going, oh, Lord, who they going to come get now?
No, we saw that. We saw that today. And I can tell you one thing. If what they saying is true, and I actually believe everything that was saying in that movie, there's no way you can fight AI.
How you gonna fight AI turns on you like that?
How you gonna fight that? They firing at a machine, and machine looking at them like, really?
That's a good movie to go see now, because it really fits now in what we're dealing with as far as AI.
And if they had the kind of weaponry that they had in that movie, it's over.
It's over. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
A whole city gone in a second.
Mm-hmm. And just the remnants of it. You can kind of see where the bombs hit. Yeah. People just living their life like normal.
Anyway, whatever.
Go ahead.
On Tuesday, Biden said the U.S. will send military systems to replenish the Iron Dome. Now, that Iron Dome you know about that? Mm-mm. That Iron Dome is the bomb.
Who is building that?
Israel has what they call an Iron Dome, okay? Uh-huh. And what it is, it's almost like an invisible shield that's around the city, right?
Yeah.
And anytime somebody fires a missile or something, it fires up and blows the missile up. It's like an invisible dome. It protects a parameter.
It's like in the movies.
It's like in the movies. Who built that? And they said Israel has one.
We need one of those.
Israel's army, they said, is the top of the line. That's why I don't know whose brilliant idea was for them to attack Israel. That makes no sense. They can annihilate them. Makes no sense. They have the best equipment, the top of the line.
We did talk about yesterday. We don't know, even with our involvement with, anytime you mention Israel, people, especially Christians, we quickly want to, oh, Lord, what's going on? What's going on, Lord? Which is saying, are you speaking to us, Lord, doing this? Are you allowing this to happen for some reason?
Well, yeah, everything is.
Do we need to wake up, or have we not been praying?
Well,
We've been all kind of like just taking our little.
He said pray.
Because Israel was kind of sleeping.
Did you notice? I'm not going to tell the movie, But did you notice he said Jesus in the movie? That's Denzel Washington's son. He told him to say that.
And he sounds like his dad.
He sounds
just the same voice.
If you close your eyes, you think it's Denzel Washington in the movie.
I was like, you sound like his father.
Oh my God, it's so weird. I was like, Denzel in the movie.
Oh Lord.
Thank God he don't look like him though.
Yeah.
Because that would be too creepy.
He's building, he's making his own spot in
He
space
sounds like him, but he looks like his mom.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. My mother kept saying, he's a good looking guy.
That's a good looking young fella. Young fella.
What, Mom?
She said, that's a good looking young fella. How old is he? He was a good looking fella. Does he have more kids? Fella. How many more kids does Denzel have?
I said he looks like his mom and he sounds like his dad. But I bet you he threw that line in there because it sounded like that wasn't part of the script. He said Jesus.
And they talked about heaven.
Yeah, but he said Jesus.
Okay, now.
That was not written in that. I know they didn't write that in that movie.
You think
for him to say Jesus? That's very specific. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think he told him, son, represent.
Because they talked about going to heaven, and he said, I don't know if I'm going to heaven.
But then he said Jesus.
Person.
He said Jesus.
But go ahead.
All right, here we go. We can't tell the movie.
Okay.
The movie, Wendy said, what movie? The Creator.
The Creator.
With Denzel Washington's son.
It's a shame that we have to say Denzel's son. Yeah. We need to say his name.
David, I think. I think his son is David.
What's Denzel's son's name?
It's David.
Wendy.
I think it's David, Lenore.
I like when you asked today when I'm gonna get you. When Kim posted on Facebook, who is the most not the best
John David.
The best looking actress of all times.
Yeah.
And Wendy said, I am.
Oh, she did.
You are an actress.
Do you know somebody?
Beautiful one too.
You know somebody wrote a whole speech about how beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and you shouldn't ask questions like that. I told you. I said I was getting ready to say something smart, but I didn't. It's your opinion. Nobody wants a dissertation on beauty.
Thank you. In the eye of the beholder. We talking about actors and actors.
All right, whatever.
When you are looking at an actress or an actor, you ain't thinking about the beauty inside of them.
Yeah.
You're thinking about outside because they're playing a part.
All right, let's go back to this.
Go ahead.
And we go off on this, guys, because you can look at any of these stories on any news station. So we try to make it lighthearted.
Our spin on it.
Yeah, and try to make it lighthearted by talking about stupid stuff that has nothing to do with us living. But to keep you from going crazy,
yes,
you got to talk about other stuff.
Yeah, because this is going on. This is still going on.
All right, here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, he says, Biden, when Congress returns, I'm going to ask them to take urgent action to fund the national security requirements. Oh, really? Really? With no Speaker of the House, huh? They got other stuff they got to deal with, Biden.
You know, Jordan wants to be the Speaker of the House.
He still thinks he has the whole Congress.
I don't even know.
Somebody needs to tell him in his ear, guess what, buddy? You're not going to be asking them about fun when they come back because they're going to be nominating another speaker. And Trump will be there because he wants to be the speaker too. Why don't you just ask Trump what he wants to do? Because he may end up being the speaker of the House.
Outside the House for the inside of the House. He ain't even in the House, and he's still.
So Biden should have said, when Congress returns, I'm going to ask Trump what he thinks we should do.
You know, he should do that as a joke.
He should,
because people are like, really, Biden?
Because that's who the Republicans follow. He should say, when Congress returns, I'm going to ask Trump, what do you want to do?
Know, he say, or either Gates or them can tell me.
Right. Well, Gates, go ask Trump what he wants to do.
So, Gates, you got an answer for us? What did he say?
And if you put Jim in there, Jim Jordan, you might as well go on and just say you asking Trump.
Thank you.
He's going to have a little button underneath the desk that punches and say, with an earpiece. Every time he has to say something.
Trump says no. No. He's voting no. No more. Trump says
no. He's not going to say Trump because he can't be that obvious. But it's going to sound like Trump. He's going to say, they're going to say, what, you think we should give more money to Israel? And Jordan is going to say, let me think about that for a second.
And then he goes to his earpiece.
He's going to say, you know what? Everybody loves Cicero. No. Everybody likes Cicero.
Come back in 5 minutes. Come back to me in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then he turns to the side and talks to me.
Israel's been very good to me. They've never said nothing bad about me. Really, Jim? They've never said anything bad about you? They've never said anything bad about me. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and give them whatever money they want. And by the way, take that money you was going to give to Ukraine and give that to Israel.
Yes. Switch it. allocated and for something else.
Because I'm hearing here in my own spirit here, God speaking to me. He's telling me that, Putin's not going to do nothing anymore if you take the money away from your friend. Give it to Israel.
No, he may even say, allocate the money for the wall and give it to Israel.
Yeah.
Because there's no need for the wall.
And while we're at it, let's go ahead and bomb Mexico while we're at it.
Oh, no.
If there's no land for people to walk through, they can't get over here.
That's true. And it'll divide the ending of where their country ends and where we began.
Jim, are you talking to anybody in the earpiece? No, I'm not talking to anybody in an earpiece. This is me, my own self and I. By the way, I look better in a swimsuit than McCarthy. Big dummy. You sure you're not talking to Trump? No, I'm not talking to Trump.
They're Trump's puppets.
Big dummy.
Gotta be there.
All right, anyway. On Tuesday, Biden said the U.S. will send military systems to replenish. Okay. The White House was also preparing for what spokesperson John Kirby described as the grim possibility that Americans could be among the hostages. I told you that. If that's the case, then they can forget it because they ain't got to worry about Israel. It'll be America bombing them.
Yeah, we'll help you because we got people over there too.
Yeah. You ain't got to worry about Israel. It'll be America. Trust me. All right. All right. That's it. Anyone thinking of taking advantage of this situation, I have one word. This is Biden. If anyone's thinking of taking advantage of this situation, I have one word. He said, don't. That's his tough talk.
Wow.
All right. Now, where's my nap? Can I get out of here?
Yeah. Don't fall over nothing when you leave. Okay.
That's the country we live in. Let's see what everybody's saying. When Emerald says, I am a federal employee. So that doesn't bother her.
Okay.
I am the one who does not get paid without a new budget.
But then Emerald, didn't they say that the president makes a decision on who doesn't get paid?
Yeah, he does.
Because you guys may still be up in there when it comes to military or anything related to government.
Okay.
I didn't know that, and I'm thinking, how true is that? Because the lady that was on The View said that.
Wendy says, an employee, long story, just copied this from the internet. Harris has abandoned border role. Will anyone remedy Biden's disaster? She probably, I ain't seen her there. So I don't think you're right. It's abandoned.
At least just show up. Even if there's no plan, just be there. Walk the line so people can go.
Make it look like you're doing something.
Oh, good. She's there.
Exactly. She can make it look like she's doing something.
Yes. We don't need to hear your conversations in the background.
Wendy says similarities. They have something like that for dogs. If they try to escape, it will shock them. Oh, that invisible fence. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's what that dome is. It's really, they said it's something.
Wow.
That dome.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We move on. Well, the healthcare strikers, right?